In the last episode of Box Art Blast, I criticized the generic nature of many video game covers for their portrayal of angry people with guns.
This is done in an attempt to sell to a demographic of gamers who only want the hottest new online multiplayer shooter experience. As many games who use this box art trope aren't online-focused multiplayer shooters, these covers are not only generic, but also misleading. They also damage the game's potential sales, as their ability to stand out on a store shelf is reduced, and the demographic they're trying to appease have already found the games they like and can be expected to stick to what they know.
However, what if your game is an online-focused multiplayer shooter? How do you sell your game as what it is and also stand out in a crowd? Battlefield has a few things to say on the matter. Or at least it would if it could talk. So instead, I have a few things to say on the matter. Me. This guy. I'm Andrew.
Battlefield games pride themselves on sweeping online battles in which players can utilize a variety of vehicles such as tanks, airplanes, boats, and helicopters depending on the era of warfare. Their box art has always done a good job emphasizing this fact. However, the market for online shooters was getting crowded in the wake of Call of Duty 4. As Battlefield had existed long before Call of Duty and had even made the switch from World War II to modern combat before Infinity Ward, DICE was not content to let their series go unnoticed or forgotten. They needed something bold to inform the world they were still here and they would not go down without a fight.
How does this struggle affect their box art? Well, by taking on the form of a fast-moving and aggressive offensive.
The lead figure of the art is the usual infantryman, but the colors are faded and take on a distinct grayish white. This is done to allow the greatest aspect of Battlefield graphic design to stand out. The soldier is covered in a fiery orange to let the viewer know this game is hot. The soldier is calm and collected in the wake of basically being on fire, letting the player also know that this game is cool in multiple definitions of the word. Battlefield 3 even takes it a step further with smoke coming off of it. Behind him, we can see a tank, a couple helicopters, and a fellow charging soldier. All of these elements are facing the viewer and have the appearance of moving forward, as if to take the viewer's attention by force. They are coming for you. It's not a completely unique device, its competitor Call of Duty 4 had more or less the same idea. Theoretically, this is similar to the old Uncle Sam propaganda poster. It just works, and I can't blame them for it. Battlefield Bad Company 2 does have a few extra tricks up its sleeve. Other than the title, there's a little extra text on the front of the box explaining the game's objectives. Defining online warfare. It's not only that this offensive is coming towards the player, but it's also battling against all other online shooters. Battlefield wants you to know it's furious, and it's taking back the market it believes to be rightfully theirs. But wait, there's more. Above each of the characters on the cover is a name, a gamer tag, an online ID, whatever you'd like to call it. These soldiers and vehicles are people and players. It effectively sells the viewer into a fantasy of being the cool guy, unfazed by the fires of war consuming him, but also that they'll have their buddies charging in behind them. Bad Company 2 sells the idea that it's taking the world by storm, and that you can join in on their crusade.
The box art manages to properly describe everything there is to know about the Bad Company 2 experience. Through usage of manipulating and eye-catching colors like orange, it manages to pop off the shelf. Bad Company 2 is a great example of how even often used tropes like guys angrily standing forward, like this, can be made to be unique.